Hello YouTube audience, I just finished unwiring and some slight pruning of my camellia bonsai, and the wires are holding very well and the branch structure are now set. So I think for the rest of the year I would just need to let it grow, and when fall comes, I'm going to fertilize it well, and hopefully next year we may see some flower. And so now I want to kind of discuss some of the thinking I've been doing for this tree, and see what I want to do with it in the future. So the tree now, it's quite beautiful as it is. So if I simply just keep pruning it, let it grow, pruning it, developing density and ramification, this would be a very, very nice tree. And 99% of the people are going to admire it, going to love the tree. I think it's doing very well, given that it's just been a bonsai for about 6 months, maybe less than 6 months. 6 months since the first styling and 3 months since it's go into a bonsai pot. So really it has been a bonsai for maybe 3 months, and it's a great start. But in my mind, I'm actually forming a rather drastic idea on this tree. I think I can make this tree into maybe 3 trees or more. So this base, of course, is very unique, and because of this base, I named the bonsai the cyclist. One day I would want to find a bicycle model and let the cyclist like sit on the bicycle as if it's riding a bicycle. That would be quite interesting. So this is a guide wire I'm using to wire this downward, and it's going to just sit on there for maybe a year, 6 months or a year. I think that would be good to set the branch structure there. Wiring wasn't very effective because the branch is already quite stiff. Okay, let's go back to talk about what I have in mind with the future of this tree. What I want to do is ultimately make this line a tree and this line a twin trunk tree, and this one a informal upright tree. And with the base, I'm just going to keep the very small amount of it, maybe here. So I would try to separate it into maybe 3 trees or even more. For this very radical root base, if this top is more like a traditional bonsai tree, and this base is very radical. So the tree, although now is already quite beautiful, I think I can improve it by separating into several trees, so that we can make a style that's more unifying. So this would be my radical cyclist tree, and this would be an informal upright tree, and this part I can make into a twin trunk tree. I'm going to do it, so this year, because it just got repotted, I wanted to have a good amount of time to recover, so I'm not going to do all that. But next year, maybe after it flowers, I would like to do an air layering maybe here, and an air layering maybe here. Maybe even 2 air layering, one here and one here, to separate it into several trees. So when I'm planning to do an air layer, that means next year I'm not going to do much work on it, because if I want to do an air layer and I keep pruning the tree, the top growth of the tree is what generates the energy to grow the grow new roots in the air layering. So if I keep pruning the tree, the new root will come out very slowly. So if I want to do air layering, I want to focus on the air layering. So that means next year I'm probably not going to make much progress on the development of this so the most progress would just to be generating maybe 2 air layering, and this year I just hope to let the tree grow for the rest of the year, and hopefully it's going to develop a strong root system. In that way, next year, hopefully we will have enough energy to do the air layering, because once I do air layering, all the energy that generate from the leaves are going to be stopped at the region where I cut the cambium or the bark and cambium. It's going to get stuck on the top of the tree. No energy is going to go back on the root system. So if the root need to survive, after I get the air layering, it must store plenty of energy in the root system. When it has enough energy, it's going to bud out under the air layering. So it's going to help its survival after I actually cut those branches. So that would be a very ambitious project. I can do it conservatively, which is just keep keep the plant growing and cut it back, keep the plant growing and cut it back. And I'm going to have a very, very beautiful tree by doing that. But by separating into 3 trees, I can potentially create a truly great tree out of this bonsai. So this is the thinking currently. So I'm letting some of the shoot grow because these are still too thin. I'm trying to create some new leaders. So letting one shoot grow and cut the rest of the shoot back. I'm going to create a distinct trunk line where the trunk is much thicker than the branches. So these side branches, I'm just going to cut it back. While leaving a top shoot grow unimpeded. That way I'm going to create a distinction between the main trunk and the branch. So on this trunk I'm letting this top grow, and on this trunk I'm letting this top grow very long to create the trunk line. And hopefully that will work. And I think that's what I will do to this tree today. Yeah, such a wonderful tree. So let's get back to the front of the tree. So this is the current front I decided. Okay, I hope you enjoy this video, and I will see you in the next video. And take care and bye.